Well, the housing market is facing some really tough times, and foreclosures continue to pile up across the country. But there may be an option for homeowners who just don't know what to do. Some are simply walking away. Yep, it may trash your credit score, of course, but you don't actually have to pay. Well, Alex Stenback is a mortgage banker, and he joins us from this morning.
Good morning.
Alex, tell me how this is happening. Is this really true? People are just walking away from their mortgage payments?
Well, we're starting to see some of that, and in particular in Minnesota, we're what's known as a non-recourse state, which means that generally, if you have a mortgage and a primary residence, the lender can't go after anything beyond just the house itself, no other assets,
sure.
What it's worth, exactly. So now we've got a situation where there are many people that are simply upside down on their property. The home is worth less than the mortgage on it. And that's an option that people are considering, although we have not seen a lot of evidence of actually those shameless walkaways where people can afford the property, yet they're choosing to walk away anyway just because they're upside down.
Where is this happening? Is it happening here in Minnesota as well as on the West Coast? Are you seeing it more on the West Coast and down the Gulf region?
Well, we haven't seen any hard evidence that this is happening en masse anywhere, but those markets that were more inflated than the Twin Cities, the coastal markets, the West Coast, the East Coast, are certainly, I think, seeing more of this now than we are here in Minnesota.
Now, isn't there a stigma that's attached to, walking away, having your house foreclosed on, and
well, there is.
I mean, it affects your credit score and everything else?
Foreclosure is a loaded term, and I think everybody wants to avoid that at all costs. The stigma's probably less now than at any point in the past, but it's certainly not a good option.
Now, this was originally designed to help protect the lenders, but actually it's coming to haunt them, right?
Well, it really was. These anti-deficiency statutes that we have were designed to make sure that lenders kept their underwriting guidelines rational so that they couldn't go after other assets from people. That obviously didn't work in the boom. Underwriting guidelines got way out of control, which puts us in the situation we're in now, where people are actually considering walking away even though they can afford the home.
You can certainly understand it in a case where a person loses their job, goes through a divorce, has tough times, medical bills, whatever it might be. They just don't have the money to pay their mortgage anymore. But somebody who makes a conscious decision, I'm just not going to pay because in the long term I may be better off if I just stop paying, that's the one that you might have a hard time understanding.
Well, that's true. I mean, the industry term for that is the ruthless borrower that knows that they can afford it and simply they're walking away, and they can essentially trade their credit score, their credit standing, for $100,000 if that's the amount that they're upside down in their mortgage.
Quickly, do you think it'll result in a change in law?
Doubtful. Again, this foreclosure problem is very hard to break down.
Sure.
What's affordable and what percentage of those folks that are going into foreclosure really can afford it, that's to a certain extent unknowable right now.
Alex Stenback, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very important information. Alex has an extensive amount of information on his real estate blog. It's called Behind the Mortgage. You can check it out through our website. We'll get you to it through WCCO.com/links. Very interesting. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it.